G'day, we're Hayley and Brad, and this is Shark Bay. I have just had the most insane session in my life.
Couldn't see, I couldn't like really move, I went all dizzy. Check it out, she's level on the first go. You beauty.
Is it level?
Yeah.
Alright, so we've made our way up the coast from Kalbarri. Last night we stopped in at a place called Billabong Roadhouse, which is sort of a halfway point between Kalbarri and Shark Bay. Shark Bay being where we are right now. And Billabong Roadhouse was really good. It had the cheapest fuel and the cheapest food I had seen in a long time, and really high quality stuff. So if you're on your way up the Western Australian coast or down the Western Australian coast, that place is a good place for an overnight stopover. Free hot showers, not much more you could ask for, but Patsy's put us onto a cracking spot here. It's called Whalebone Bay, but I'll let her talk a little bit about that now.
Check out the campsite. How good's that? So we're at Whalebone Campground, which is one of 4 camping areas managed by the Shark Bay Council. It was a bit of a unique booking system to get into this one. So with the 4 campgrounds, you can only stay at any of them for one night. So you have to pick one, book that one, and then you can't go to another one afterwards. It's just any of the 4, one night. And then to book your permit, you can only book it the day of. So you have to call up the visitor centre or visit them when they open at 9 o'clock, and you have to book in then, because it's so popular that we've heard from other travellers that these campgrounds book out by like 10 or 11 that day. So you need to get in quick, which we're glad that we did, because we got in early, got a primo spot, and it's beautiful. But yeah, a bit of an interesting booking system for this one. They only let like 4 or 5 people camp at each campground. I guess that's good because it keeps it super like private and pristine, so you can enjoy it. And it's only $15 a night, so we're pretty stoked with that. Yeah, good. Door.
You buggered it. That's okay,
Not
I'm hoping
ideal.
it's salvageable. All that's happened is there's a little screw in here that screws into the back of that handle, and it's hopefully it hasn't stripped, and it's just sort of loosened itself off over time on the corrugation. Just undo all those screws and that'll just, this side will pop off and I'll be able to get at that screw hopefully. So here it goes.
Look at your hat. Look at the state of it. It's so salty.
Look at the state of me. Hayley always gives me a hard time for being a dag because I have absolutely zero dress sense and I just don't care about clothes.
No, all good, but your hat is so salty.
At the moment I'm wearing a shirt that's like a size too small for me.
I think it's a couple.
And I wear too short shorts apparently as well. But that's okay, because I spend my money on travelling and not clothes.
That's what we like. Look at that. If you with views like that, you can dress like a dag.
So thankfully, that little screw there, that retaining screw for the handle, had just wiggled out over all those corrugations over the last 12 months. Like that.
Looks good.
So far so good. Put those screws back in. Okay.
All good.
we're in business.
Look at that door view, hey? Straight out to the sunset.
Like me in my undersized shirt.
We're about to cook some steak on the barbie, salad, garlic bread, and have dinner as the sun goes down. It's so glowy. I love it.
Well, we've had a lovely night slash morning here at the Whalebone campsite, but we're all packed up and ready to go again this morning, and the weather is looking mint. So we're going to take this opportunity to head out to the westernmost point of the Australian mainland, which is Steep Point. And we can't take the caravan with us because it's a bit of a rough road out there. It's about 3 hours out there and 3 hours back. So we've spent the morning packing up the car and we're going to camp out at the back of the cruiser. How are you looking forward to it, darling?
Yeah, I'm super excited. We just haven't organised where the caravan's going to be left. I think you can leave it at Hemland Station, but I'm not sure. So we're going to go for a drive, get some reception, try and call them and see if we need to get fuel as well. Because, yeah, I think it's a bit of a hike out there. Okay, we're feeling a bit bummed out because we got into reception and I looked up how like the campsites so you can stay out at Steep Point and they're all booked out.
We've literally spent the whole morning preparing to go out there and we neglected to think, oh, everything in WA is booked out 3 months in advance.
I knew that like the campsites booked out, but I didn't think they booked out there. I was wrong, guys. They booked out there as well.
We won't give up on it though. We will get back out there, but everything's now thrown into like
because we spent like an hour this morning packing stuff into the ute, getting all our food and everything ready, clearing out the car freezer, turning it into a fridge so we could use it for the night. Now we're gonna have to unpack it all and find a spot to stay. We went up to Denham to get fuel, and because we're near the Big Lagoon Campground, we're gonna try our luck there. Now we have also been told that that one fills up really quickly, but you can't book it. It's just a first in, first served basis. But apparently it gets full by like 10 or 11, so it's 10:15. So let's try
it's 10:15 on a Friday morning, so I don't like our chances, but we're going to try anyway.
We'll try anyway, and if that doesn't work, we'll go for plan C. We will figure it out, but Big Lagoon, we're coming for you.
We might be going to Monkey Mire. Look at that, it's very pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We just dropped the tyre pressures on the car and the van. It did say that this is like a pretty decent section. And once you get past the hot tubs in the Francois Peron National Park, that's where you want to let your tyres down because it gets really soft. But we just come through some pretty soft sections down that hill there. I saw this big hill up here and I thought, if that was soft over there, I'm going to make sure that I've got my pressures down and I'm not going to get stuck going up that hill. So we just had to pull over on the side of the road here, which is not the best thing to do, but we're in a nice clear open area, so we're not impeding any other traffic, and now we're all set to punch it into the lagoon. Yeah, we should be right now with our pressures, and hope and pray that there's a site in there for us because we've just gone to a bit of effort to get in there now. It's going to be a nice reward if we can get a site there. Hey babe, did we snag ourselves a winner or what?
What a day, hey? And what a way to get a campsite. Well, we came in and we couldn't get a spot, but then the camp host was nice enough to tell us that these guys on this site are leaving in the morning, and on their way out for the day they told him if anyone can't get a spot and wants to camp here for the night on our site because we're leaving in the morning, then they can go for it. So we did. We shoved our way onto this site.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. And thank you to these people. We haven't met you yet, but
that's so nice of them. And then when they leave tomorrow, we'll shuffle on over onto the actual site, and then we'll just park up here for the next few days.
We've got like a week of cracking weather here, so we're gonna make the most of it.
Awesome, and then we'll save Steep Point for about a week's time when there's bookings there.
What's going on in here, mate?
Come on in, Brad. Been too busy looking at the sheep sheds, but I've been enjoying this all to myself.
We just had a little bit of time to look around this afternoon after the debacle with going out to Steep Point, and we decided that we'd come and check out a place that's on the way into the national park, and it's called the Peron Homestead, or the Peron Historical Precinct. So this national park used to be a shearing station up until 1991, I believe, and they've got a bunch of the old historical buildings, but what's most interesting is that they've got this natural artesian bore. The water's still a little bit too salty for drinking, but it's around 40 degrees in there.
Yeah, it's hot. It's like proper hot bath hot.
And this bore is down 540 meters and it produces around 170,000 liters of water. It's amazing what such a small little pool or a small bore what sort of life that can sustain. I'm gonna jump in.
Cool, come on in.
Oh wow, it is really quite warm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really hot.
I'm breaking into a sweat.
Yeah, it's like a spa. It is. I don't know if you can see that or not, but my watch is reading 41 degrees temperature in here.
Well, yesterday's fun ended a little bit abruptly. After we were in the spa bath, hopped out and I felt fine, but then I sat down and like within a minute I was having some sort of episode. I don't even know what was going on, but I couldn't see, I couldn't like really move. I went all dizzy. I was just like feeling sick and weird, like nauseous. I don't know if that's a thing that happens after artesian hot tubs to some people, or if I'm just a bit of a weakling, but we ended up leaving there pretty quickly once I could get off and walk again, and just came back to camp so I could have a bit of a lay down. But that passed, and then we actually had a lovely night. We went and had beers with the people that let us share their campsite with them. And then today we are back out again, ready to tackle the Cape Peron part of the national park. Yeah, it's about 30k or 40k drive from the Big Lagoon Campground, but from what I've heard it's really soft sand, and it takes about an hour to an hour and a half to get up to the tip, but it's supposed to be a lovely drive and there's supposed to be a lot of wildlife at the tip, so I'm really keen to see what the day has ahead of us. We're keen to try and see a dugong.
Yeah, I want to see a dugong. Haven't ever spotted a dugong before.
No.
Let's hit it, eh?
Let's go.
We just had a magic little lunchtime break there at Gregories. The diving was like really cool, but we've just come up to a place called Skipjack Point, and a few people have told me that this is a pretty good lookout. Look at that. The contrasts here in the Francois Peron National Park are just out of this world, and exactly the type of landscape that I expect when you travel around Australia. Have a go at it. Wow, it's like a glassy little bay down there.
We said at the start of the day that we wanted to see a dugong, and check it out, we actually saw one. The drone's making that horrible sound. We are out of battery.
I don't care, the drone can go into the drink right now because I have just had the most insane session in my life.
It's not going in the drink, bring it back please.
Bah.
We are losing daylight, we still haven't even been out to Cape Peron yet, but I think that's it there, so that's the next stop. And then we'll make our way back to Big Lagoon.
This has been absolutely insane. Oh, I've never heard those chimes before.
Yeah, hurry up, mate. Get that thing down. Thank you.
I can breathe. This has been the most incredible lookout. I think this is the best place I've been to in our whole Australia trip.
For marine life.
This has just been massive. And I love seeing wildlife. So I've seen sharks. There's probably 100 sharks that we've seen in here.
Yeah.
We've seen dugongs, which is the first time I've ever seen dugongs in my life. Dolphins playing around. The only thing we missed out on is that what you also can see here is manta rays, but they don't seem to be any about at the moment.
Happy days.
Skipjack Point, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, and this whole area, 10 out of 10. I think we will be extending our stay.
Well, this is it, babe. We made it to the top. So that's where we were before, over there on the Skipjack Point. And this is the tip of Cape Peron. Loved every moment of this national park. So much on offer to do here. We've got about an hour-and-a-half drive back to the vans, and then we can sit outside, enjoy a nice spag bowl and a glass of red underneath the Milky Way, because the stars out here are just exceptional. Ever since we rolled into this Big Lagoon campground, the first thing I noticed was these beautifully vivid red sandhills off in the distance. I've just been staring at them thinking, is that really as red as what it looks from way back there? So this morning, I've chucked in the paddleboard. It's perfect conditions, and I've paddled about 3 kilometers over to the sandhills. The campground is behind us there, and these red hills are right here in front of me. So there is a little bit of cloud shading them at the moment, but now that I'm over here, I can tell that those hills are definitely a different shade of red as everything else around here. So I'm in about 6 inches of water here. I'm gonna cruise into there and run up and see what the view is like from the top. Oh, there's goats up here. Look at that view though. Do you reckon they're gonna want to buck me? Nah, they're pissing off. Amazing cliff faces along there. What a landscape, huh? Look at the colour of it. Beautiful, vibrant red. And that's caused from iron oxide, basically the same colour you see when a bit of metal rusts, and that's stuck to the quartz, little quartz crystals that make up the sand here. Anyway, I'll go back to the paddleboard and make our way home. Watch out for wriggly things. It's like a swimming pool, seriously. It's so nice.
Well, that brings us to the end of our first Shark Bay episode. We'll roll on some clips now on what we get up to in the next video as we continue exploring the Shark Bay area. We spent around 2 weeks here as there was just so much to do, and it quickly became one of our favourite places that we'd visited so far. Although I do think we keep saying that about every spot we visit in WA. We seriously love it that much. But thanks for watching this video and for leaving us such lovely comments. We love reading them and we love getting back to you. So if you enjoyed this one too, let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for next week as we visit Monkey Maya, we ditch the caravan and head out to Steep Point for the night, and we continue seeing awesome wildlife and scenes in Shark Bay. Cheers!